Welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is from the Oromia region of Ethiopia. Ethiopian state media claims that hundreds of OLA fighters have surrendered. They are ready to return to normal lives and they are going to be provided with jobs, employment by National Reform Commission. But the pictures shared by state media, do these pictures show OLA fighters or people shown as OLA fighters? I have information for you from the inside. Why? Because a few days ago, a friend of mine contacted me. He is very close to OLA. He knows what is happening between OLA and government. He decided that Sajid, you would see after a few days people shown as OLA fighters. They wouldn't be OLA fighters. Secondly, Gonder, where arrest has been made of a man who was accused of planning to assassinate top Ethiopian leaders. And thirdly, Tigray forces are on Korem border. Are they going to enter Korem? They are in a fix what to do. Should they enter armed or unarmed? How will the people respond? But they are on a Korem border. We have details. Firstly, viewers, Teshome Toga is the head of National Reform Commission. He is heading this commission which is monitoring the demobilization, reintegration of fighters of armed groups. All the fighters from Tigray, from BG, from Oromia, from Gambela, all armed groups members who are surrendering weapons are being accommodated by this commission. The commission will give them jobs in departments, government, or commission will give them money to start businesses, etc. And Teshome Toga was in Tigray. I think yesterday he held a meeting with Getachew, interim president. And today Teshome Toga shared pictures. Ethiopian state media also shared pictures of some fighters. State media claims they are fighters shown in pictures and they are OLA members of Oromo Liberation Army, but they have surrendered. Now they want to live a peaceful life. They want to return to normal life. Have a look at this picture shared by Pana TV, Teshome Toga as well. You can see Teshome Toga and you can see OLA fighters who are being shown as OLA fighters. Now, are they really OLA fighters? I have been covering almost all developments about OLA, about how many have surrendered, which areas have been taken by them, which new operation is being launched. Since last year, within the last 2 years, I've been updating you almost on regular basis. Where were these hundreds of OLA fighters when they surrendered? Suddenly, Ethiopian government has shown. Where were they? I only saw just 4-5 OLA fighters shown by Ethiopian state media after a few months in the past 2 years or so. Even those were rejected by OLA as members of OLA. But suddenly you are seeing hundreds of, if not thousands of OLA fighters being shown as OLA fighters. Well, last week a friend contacted me. He said, Sajid, some people, mostly prisoners from Oromia, are going to be shown as OLA fighters in coming days. And those who are shown, who will be shown, wouldn't be members of OLA. So these are basically prisoners. Some are prisoners who were accused of supporting OLA. They're not combatants. For example, one of the persons shown in these pictures is the son of an Abagada. Gobana Hola Abagada's son is shown in these pictures. One of his sons is an OLA commander, But the son shown in these pictures has no affiliation with Oromo Liberation Army. And several others who were arrested by Oromia government in the past on suspicion of having links with OLA, of supporting OLA, but they're not active combatants. So these people shown are not active combatants. It's not that large number of OLA fighters have surrendered. But good thing is that these people will have jobs. They'll have money to start businesses. This National Reform Commission should have some mechanism to find out if the people shown as fighters of armed groups are really fighters or not. I mean, Oromia government can bring anyone to Reform Commission and say that they are OLA fighters. How to confirm? Does this commission have any mechanism to conduct some inquiry to establish that those who are being shown as OLA fighters are really OLA fighters? Secondly, viewers, a top arrest in Gonder is being reported. Around 2 weeks ago, Ethiopian Joint Security Task Force held a press briefing. It issued a statement. It said several people from some scholars, some youth organization members, most of the Amhara region were planning to assassinate top Ethiopian leaders. Some were shown in custody. Dr. Wonderwossen Assefa's picture was shown as well. And he was one of the members of an informal organization which was being created to kill top Ethiopian government leaders. I made a mistake a few days ago. I said that Dr. Wonderwossen Assefa was in detention, had been arrested. It seems that he was not in detention when Joint Task Force accused him of planning to assassinate top Ethiopian leaders. Then we heard a leaked phone call between Dr. Assefa and Mascaram Abira. I did a video on that 2 days ago. Dr. Assefa was saying that Amhara Special Force members were being disarmed in Volkayat. Abiy's government had decided to hand over Volkayat, Raya to TPLF, and that Amhara Special Force, Fano, all should unite to form a joint front. Mascaram Abira was questioning, she was asking questions about why the people are being arrested and disarmed in Amhara region, etc. So both were planning something. Mascaram Abira arrested, and now reported Dr. Wonderwossen Assefa has been arrested in Gonder. The security force arrested him around 24 hours ago, and he is being shifted to Addis Ababa reportedly in connection with that case that Dr. Assefa and others, they are planning to kill top Ethiopian leaders. Lastly, viewers, Tigray forces are on Korem border. They have not entered Korem. They're in a fix how to enter Korem. Reportedly, Amhara Special Force members have left Korem. They have completely left Korem. There is no presence of Amhara Special Force in Korem, no Amhara militia in Korem as well. There is some presence of Amhara Special Force members in Alamata. But even there, ENDF has told them to withdraw. ENDF told ASF to withdraw from Korem and from surrounding areas. So ENDF is out. So ASF is out of Korem. Now, problem for Tigray is how to take control of Korem and Alamata. Should Tigray forces be armed on entry in Korem or unarmed? Because if they are armed, obviously they'll have to answer questions. People will ask questions that Tigray fighters are armed, Amhara Special Force members are being disarmed. if they are unarmed, if Tigray fighters try to enter Korem unarmed, they can face resistance from locals. Some of them could be planning a resistance. That is why Tigray forces are just analyzing the situation on Korem border. They are in touch with Ethiopian National Defense Force. So far, no green light shown by the ENDF. ENDF is telling the locals that no one is coming here. Tigray forces are not coming in Korem. At the same time, ENDF and Tigray authorities are in touch, though no green light shown by ENDF to Tigray fighters so far to enter Korem. But reportedly in coming days, we could see entry of Tigray administration in Korem. We could see members of Tigray police, I think, entering Korem and some appointees who will run interim setup in Korem Alamata. They could also enter in Raya in coming days. But so far, ASF has not completely left Alamata. So maybe Tigray administration will enter Korem after ASF has retreated or has withdrawn from Alamata. Let's see what happens. So far, Tigray fighters are on Korem border reported.